solving that particular problem, because there's a lot of cool solutions out there like SlideRocket, who's an alumni of this group and got acquired, and Fuse Meeting that's also addressing kind of the WebEx problem. But you very specifically, I think, addressed a problem for a salesperson, and I think that's great. I guess my question though is in that, like, I don't know how big your business is already, but I mean, $500 per user per year is a lot to ask for. I assume you don't actually have them pay per day like you do with a cup of coffee, where you can get away with that.
$39 per person per month to $79 per person per month, and it replaces existing solutions that cost $50 per user per month. So it actually, just swaps out.
But do you feel you can actually command a premium off of pretty established products?
So on the low end, it actually is a discount, but on the high end, we do. I mean, we have so much more functionality. WebEx doesn't have the ability to upload anything, track anything, monitor anything, send anything. It doesn't make it any smarter, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris?
I'm wondering about your strategy. Is this a standalone product or something you're going to integrate? I mean, I think about myself as a former sales guy. Maybe I'm holding court with a bunch of CIOs pitching my product. There's 100 people in this meeting room. At the end of the day, I want that information not to be sitting on an island by itself, but to hook into my CRM system, right? And I could figure out exactly who attended, how long they attended, run my own reports that I'm accustomed to, and even marketing gets some intelligence from that information.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're going to integrate with Salesforce first for all obvious reasons, and there's tons of stuff that we can do. So every meeting you attend, we can attach to the account record, contact, opportunity, not only the meeting itself, but a link to the actual recording of the meeting. Every email you send gets attached, as well as every time someone opens it or interacts with it, it gets attached. So we actually, our sort of philosophy, to your point, Chris, was make something for salespeople by salespeople, solve that problem first. So not only are we solving the WebEx problem, but we're solving the data entry problem that's so sort of, frustrating with the Salesforce or any CRM. So it's absolutely an integration, a huge integration opportunity.
That's cool to hear. And these meetings, are they social in the sense that people can vote them up or down, so you're not relying on one person saying, hey, this is a presentation that you should model your behavior after. This is one of our top sales guys, but is it a group that comes to the table and says, yeah, this is good, we should all check this out?
It's not a voting up and down thing. I think that's pretty cool. What we're actually doing, though, is monitoring the engagement to figure out which ones perform the most, right? So whether you're in a meeting and 75% of the people are engaged 75% of the time, or vice versa, that kind of gives you an indication. But with the decks, for example, we have a company-level functionality where marketing can drop a deck into one account and it instantly appears into the other 100 accounts in the company. And then they could sit back and watch, okay, which ones are getting used, which one gets opened by customers most, forwarded by customers the most. They can literally A/B decks, give one group, give one group of 50 one deck, another group of 50 another deck, see which one works better, and then give everybody the one that works the best. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And it lets the company, so the whole idea was, in the collaboration sense, was that not just educating the rest of the 80% of the sales force, but that the right people within the company at the right time can get involved in a deal to help it get it done, right? Because sometimes it's about the product, sometimes it's about demographic and marketing information, so everyone has visibility into what's happening with customers and when.
Yeah, I think the focus on sales productivity is a great one. It's where a lot of enterprise budgets are today. Can you talk a bit about hard examples with regard to ROI, whether that's sales conversions or lowering cost of acquisitions on lead generation?
Oh God, there's some great things that we have. So Crunch Connect is actually our first product. Our next product is called Crunch Trainer. And this is where this starts to happen. So we can literally take every call that you've had with any of your sales reps, take the last 20 calls from your best 10 people, clip out every objection, and create objection handling training in Crunch Trainer. We can literally add quizzes to that training. So a customer has an objection, oh, I use another application, why do I need this one? Stop. How would you answer this question, A, B, C, or D? So now, just like we monitor how people open emails, we can monitor which people took training and where they are. And we can, when we integrate with Salesforce, we can draw a correlation between people who have more meetings, spend more time, get more open rates, and their success rate in closing. So the ROI actually becomes very easy to measure, because we can track the opportunity on Force.com with all the activity on the actual account that we're monitoring and attaching.
What are you doing about building a community across your customer base so that you can actually see the best practices from one company to the other and maybe they can share?
Yeah, so we're doing it within the company. You can not only can marketing drop a deck in and everyone else can share it, but people can share decks with each other. You can share meetings with each other and the examples of the best way to overcome some objection or some question. We also have a community called Sales School. And so part of what Crunch Trainer wants to be is We want to power the training within your own company, but we also want people within your company to be able to subscribe to anybody else that has a Crunch Trainer account. So we're creating a community now, the top 200 sales trainers who are actually contributing today to sales school almost every day. We're doing online events. We're doing actually in-person events at NYU and MIT around, basically how to do social selling, how to build a scalable sales team. So that community is a very fragmented community without a voice. And so we have a huge opportunity to create a community, much the way Salesforce did with its ecosystem around the sales community.
How about how are you selling the product now, the service now?
So it's invite-only private beta, and we invited 250 people in, and the rest invited their friends in. We're about to open the beta up, right? So what happens is everybody that gets an account gets 5 invites to invite their friends. But every time you host a meeting, those people in that meeting automatically get invited by you. So the conversion's great because you've just been through the whole experience. If it makes sense for you to have an account, you can create one that's free. If you want to use it all the time, have more minutes, have more storage, you do. And then actually as you invite people in, we'll have a Dropbox model where every 10 people that sign up from you, you get a free premium account, or free premium month, I should say. And then anybody who signs up and pays, you both get a free premium month.
And what happens after the beta? What's the sales go-to-market strategy?
So we're just going to invite in about 100,000 salespeople in the next 30 days, and then let them have, if you look at the statistic, on average 4 meetings a day with 4.5 people per meeting. So the viral growth for us will grow tremendously because every user that comes in has another meeting, invites more people. And then we get a critical mass within inside a certain company. Already we're building that within certain companies. We'll get 25 of the 100 salespeople using it. We'll call it the VP of sales and say, so we probably know more about your meetings than you do. Would you like visibility into who the meetings are with? Would you like to listen to the meetings? Would you like to see what decks are getting used and open the most? So it's a very warm sell.
Excellent.
I'd offer a little caution in that approach, just because there's people in the social space who are companies who've tried that, and there's been a huge backlash, both in the analyst community and in the companies, because in IT, and everybody comes in and they're like, whoa, we had no idea this was going on, and your kind of reward for your initial grassroots adoption is that you get ripped out. I think a lot of the players, including Salesforce and Jive, and these are trying to do these apps markets, which may be a better distribution channel to get in, because they're already sort of blessed in there and they have the users on them.
Yeah, totally.
So you might want to explore that.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion, and Force.com integration gives us access to App Exchange, which is perfect. So.
Good job, Sean.
Thank you.
All right.